Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I love to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and peace and blessings unto the elect. I'm back out here once again to prophesy the downfall of America, which America will be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. And I also come out here to preach repentance to the elect of my people, which are you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians. We are the Israelites according to archaeology, history, and prophecy. It is the 6th of July, 2023. And Heavenly Father, He's having these prophecies come to pass. Right, the Heavenly Father, He's bringing Jacob's trouble, which we're on the brink of Jacob's trouble. Right, July 15th, that eviction is about to come over there in Oakland, California. Right, you know, Esau had set up a relief plan, which was called the moratorium, something like that. And he set that up, giving people a break of not paying their rent. But now, starting on July 15th, a lot of people are going to have to start paying their rent again, right? And if not, eviction notices are going to be sent out, and they're going to be kicked out of their homes, right? So homelessness is, and California in itself is already experiencing a homelessness crisis, right? It's thousands of people are homeless down there in California. So they're already dealing with a crisis down there when it comes on to that. And it's only going to continue. It's only going to continue to arise, right? Because that's what the Heavenly Father has planned. The Heavenly Father has that plan for the wicked of the earth, right? Pursuant to 2 Ezra chapter 8 verse 50. Because the vast majority of these people are in a haughty and proud spirit. So now we see the Heavenly Father, He's bringing the proud low, right? And that's what He's going to do. And because you being out there in the street, homeless, or you having to go back to your parents' house, maybe your siblings' home, right? That's going to be a sad case for a lot of people, a sad reality for a lot of people. Right, so this is 2 Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." That's right. You getting kicked out of your homes, that's a misery, right? Think about it, man. You have all your clothes, you have all your items, you have all these things that you're gonna have to get out of your house. See that? So man, it's going to be a big trouble for a lot of people, especially you have children, or you have pets, man. You have all these, you have all these different things in your house, and you have to get all that out. You have to get all that out of your home at a certain time too. All right, you just can't take your little old time and get those things out of the home, or you can just simply leave them, which that's also bad too, because now you have to start all over, or you have to get new clothes, or you have to get new pots and pans. It's just a whole big thing. Hey, moving is a whole big thing. Like me example, like I hate moving, and that whole process of moving up here, man. It was a big thing, right? But you being kicked out of your home, you being rushed. Hey man, a lot of these people are about to suffer. A lot of these people are about to suffer in a big way. And that's all the doings of the Heavenly Father. So let me go ahead and read it again. 2 Ezra chapter 8 verse 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." And having a home is one of the essentials. That is what you need to dwell here on the earth, having a home. This is Surah chapter 29 and verse 21. It says, "The chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing, and a house to cover shame." You see that? So that's one of the chief things for life. Our bread, our food, water, our clothing, and a house to cover shame. Right? A house to cover, you and your woman's arguments, or you and your woman having sex, or whatever you're doing in your home. That's only for you to see and hear, right? But you staying with another person, especially you have a woman, you got your children, all right, they have to deal with all that. right? Which you know how life is set up now. Really, we're not even supposed to be living in apartments, you know. Or you can hear what your neighbor is doing. Your neighbor can hear what you're doing. Really, the homes is supposed to be spaced out. It's supposed to be spaced out. Like in the kingdom, a brother's house is going to be miles and miles away. You're not even going to be able to see your next door neighbor. All right, man. You walk out your home, and you see your neighbor. You got twin houses like you have in the city. Ain't gonna be like that, right? Because we're not supposed to be living all on top of each other, and all close and bunched up. Man, that's what Esau Edom set up. But that shows you how this kingdom is upside down. And that's how you have some Edomites. They actually live like that. Some Edomites actually live like that. You know, when you go to the country, they're not all bunched up on top of each other. Or even if you live in a gated community, there's a good space between the different houses. It ain't all right next to each other. They're not all mumble jumble on top of each other. That's how everybody is supposed to be living, right? Hey, but you got apartment buildings, duplexes. That's not really the right way. That's not really the right way to live. And because let's just say, you know, a person want to jam to some music, but the people upstairs and people downstairs, they trying to get some sleep, or they find it annoying. It's going to cause a whole bunch of chaos and confusion. So you can't even really do what you want. Or you have children. I mean, you have little babies. You know, little babies, man, they're going to be hopping around. They're going to be crying, you know, doing baby things. You know, next door neighbors, or neighbors downstairs, they're going to be upset. Or they're going to be taking a broom and banging it on the ceiling and whatnot, right? Well, that's because of how Esau sets up these living conditions. So the living conditions in the kingdom of heaven is going to be quite different than how it is now. So back to Sirach 29 and 21. The chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing and a house to cover shame. But we see that the Heavenly Father, he's taking away these things, right? And these are things that these people here in Babylon the Great take for granted. All right, these people here on earth take for granted, you know, waking up in the morning and turning on the water, you know, to turn on the faucet and there's running water, or there's warm water, or a shower, or you opening your fridge and there's food in there. A lot of these people over here in Babylon the Great take it for granted. But the Heavenly Father, he's about to take it away and turn America into a third world country. A lot of these people are actually going to see how, you know, the tribes are living. Some of the tribes that are over there in South America, the islands, in West Africa, a lot of them don't have running water. A lot of them don't have running water. A lot of them don't have stable Wi-Fi, right? Stable light, right? Man, it's complete survival mode out here. Hey, that's why the tribes, when they come from South America, they come from the islands like Puerto Rico, Jamaica. They come over here and be like, oh man, this shit sweet over here. And because the living conditions is so bad over there, right? But you have a lot of our people, they complain about the hoods over here. Hey, but the tribes down in South America and the islands, they living in huts. They living in little ass huts. The hut, their house is the size of a kitchen. That's how small it is down there. You know, growing up, you know, always constantly hearing my mom talking about it. You know, how like they had no shoes, they had to walk to school barefoot and all those things. Right? They live in a house as big as a kitchen. They didn't have toilets and whatnot. They had to use the bathroom outside. Hey, look, that's how a lot of the tribes are living out there in South America and the islands and stuff like that. And so, and the Heavenly Father, he's about to bring that to Babylon the Great. And these people are going to be humble. These people are going to know, like, damn, like, man, this shit's crazy. Hey, because it tells you in Isaiah 47 that this is a pleasure-loving kingdom, right? These people, they're used to living in luxury. This is Isaiah chapter 47. Isaiah chapter 47, and I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Now this is talking about Babylon. This is talking about Babylon the Great, the virgin daughter of Babylon. But the point is, it says, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures. And the vast majority of these people, they're given into pleasures. Why is that? Because, you know, America is more stable than all the rest of these other countries. So America, they don't have to go through what these other nations have to go through. Like I said, man, you can easily just get warm or hot water, or you can just go in your fridge and, you know, get the food, or you can go to the gas stations, these different grocery stores, or without getting killed some of the times, right? Hey, but the Heavenly Father, he's swiftly turning this place into a third world country, right? Watch when prices start escalating again. Watch when hyperinflation happens again, or starts to happen. Slock it. It didn't happen, but it will happen soon. Man, America's going to turn into a third world country, man. People are going to be killing each other over food. People are going to be killing each other over the gas. People are going to be murdering each other just for some hot water. These are the things that are going to come to America. So this is Sirach chapter 11 and verse 25. It says, in the day of prosperity, there is a forgiveness of affliction. And in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity. And all these people are going to forget the times that they were prospering over here in America. They're going to forget when they could just come home at nighttime and just turn on the light, and the lights turn on, or they have Wi-Fi, you have data on your cell phone. And that's going to be long forgotten about because of all the hell that everybody's going to be catching over here in America. Read it again, Sirach 11 and 25. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgiveness of affliction, and in the day of affliction, there's no more remembrance of prosperity. That's right. There will be no more remembrance of prosperity. They gonna forget, or they gonna forget when they had warm food, hot food, or when they was taking trips to McDonald's or Wawa or Whataburger at 2-3 o'clock in the morning. All that is going to be completely forgotten about because of all the hell, because of all the turmoil that's about to come over here to America. And it's going to be a beautiful sight to behold too, man. All these people being humble. Hey, Shalom, got the brothers, Terrence Green, a lot of land and country. Yeah, exactly. Got the brother GMS, Htown Bakwa, 144K. It's 2nd Ezra 6:22. It says, suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. That's right. Hey, look, all the storehouses, all the grocery markets is going to be empty. Hey, because if the grid gets shut down, that's going to disrupt supply chains heavily. So ain't gonna be no trucks going to these different stores. And not too long ago, I want to say it was like in March, maybe April, you had the HEB in Austin. Well, Austin, Texas lost power. Austin, Texas had lost power, and then you had the tribes. It was Zebulon, Issachar, and maybe some different Northern Kingdom tribes as well. But you had Zebulon, Issachar, you had some Judites out there. They were fighting over spoiled food. They were all fighting over spoiled food out there. You see? So if they were fighting over spoiled food then, how much more later? And especially in states like Texas, where everybody has a gun, you're gonna be getting robbed, you're gonna be getting killed, you're gonna be getting held at gunpoint for the food. And that's all according to biblical prophecy, and this is coming real soon. Or people think that these prophecies are, far off, or that these things are going to happen maybe 50 years from now. But these things are really just around the corner. Again, that's why you had, what was it? You had like 50 or 30 senators in the White House. They had got phones. They had got satellite cell phones, just in case of an emergency. Of what? EMP attack. All these different articles about rolling blackouts. That's about to happen. And Esau is putting it out there, telling you that these things are about to happen. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, and verse, I'm gonna start verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. See that? Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. So destruction to all these people. Hey, because we be out here and these people see the Bible and they say, oh yeah, the good book, the good book. Hey, but really, a lot of things that are in this Bible are lamentations, mournings, and woes. Like it says here in Ezekiel, the 2nd chapter, verse 9. And when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein, and he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mournings and woes. See that? Lamentations, mournings, and woes. That's what's written in the scriptures. Lamentations, mournings, and woes. None but destruction. And that's what's going to come, or that's what's knocking on the doors of America. Lamentations, mournings, and woes. So them people over there in Oakland, and they're about to get put out on the street. They're about to get put out on the street. They ain't about to have nowhere to live. And you already know Oakland, that's like predominantly our people over there, right? Especially Judah, right? Especially Judah. And what you think they was doing? What you think they was doing with that rent money the whole time? Or spending it on dumb shit? Which I seen different clips, you know, of the of the moratorium expiring in different states, and you should see the woman. I mean, the woman, they be having long nails. Hey, when some nails ain't cheap, man. Getting them long ass nails ain't cheap. They be having to weave in, and you have people in the comment sections like, I wonder where all that money went to. All right, you got the you have the Jakes in there. They have a new game system. You have the new Xbox, a new PS5, and they spending it on dumb shit. You see? Instead of being smart and saving it up, because Esau, hey man, nothing lasts. Nothing lasts with this devil, right? And we see that with the EBT. And you see Esau started to cut down on the benefits of the EBT. Hey, so don't nothing last with this devil. Hey, this devil is not out here to help us, especially the tribes, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians. Let me go ahead and grab this in Sirach 14:5. Hey, because this devil is not even good to himself. Sirach chapter 14 and verse 5. It says, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his good. You see that? So he that is evil to himself, to whom will he do good? So if this man is not even good to his own people, what make you think he's going to be good to you? So-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, Native Americans. Verse 7. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness. See that? And if he does good, he does it unwillingly. He doesn't do it out of the kindness of his own heart. Esau may do good because he gets put on a spotlight, and he doesn't want to look like a hypocrite, or he doesn't want to make it seem like he hate niggas. You see what I'm saying? So Esau, he doesn't do things out of the kindness of his own heart. He does things so that he can make himself look good, right? So if this man is wicked and evil to his own people, how is he going to be good to you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans? And that's what our people don't understand. Our people don't understand that, look, man, this guy is the devil, and he's not out here to help you out. Hey, but you know, our people, oh man, hey, look, man, it's not all white people. I mean, all white people are not the same. You know, this is 2023. Or this ain't slavery anymore. All right, and that's why Esau, he be putting, hey, look, in these slave, in these slave movies, like that one slave movie, what was it, Django? I think it was Django with Jamie Foxx. Now he set up Jamie Foxx with that one good old white man, just to rock our people back to sleep. Oh, you see, it wasn't all white people that was bad during slavery. Look at this. Yeah, this good white man teaming up with Jamie Foxx, and he's killing other white people. Man, that's not reality, man. That's not what happened. But Esau do that on purpose. He does that on purpose to make it seem like he's not all bad. But we know this devil's play. You go ahead and grab this is Sirach on the 12th chapter. And we know his play. Sirach chapter 12, and I'm gonna start at verse 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is wickedness." Right, so iron is guaranteed to rust. So Esau's wickedness is guaranteed to rust, or is guaranteed to show, and it is showing. Because again, the tribes thought that the EBT benefits was going to last. Well, guess what? This devil straight cut it off. And you have a lot of these Edomites there complaining about you Israelites, about how you just want to sit at home, collect unemployment, you don't want to work. Right? All the tribes want to do is just rely on government assistance, and that's what's furthering the downfall of America. So you have a lot of these Edomites. They're placing the blame on Jake, which it tells you in Revelation of the 12th chapter that Esau is the accuser. So he's trying to accuse our people for why America is sizzling down the drain. It was really it's not even that. Man, you can number plenty of reasons why America carnally, because we all know why spiritually America is going down, because of you oppressing the Israelites. But man, it would be a long list. It would be a long list of the reasons why America is going down. But instead, they're placing the blame on the Israelites. Why is that? Because when these race wars pop off, and these Edomites are trying to get at you Israelites, ultimately. And it's just so easy to blame so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans. And because people already hate us, so it's just easy to place the blame on us. Everybody like, yeah, you are right, man. It owes those niggers. Yup. Instead of really checking the fact sheet. But it says here, "Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed, and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away." That's right. So take good heed of him. hey, the spirit. You never trust thy enemy. Little devil. Hey, this devil be here begging too. Hey, shalom, bro. Y'all about to die. Romans 3:13. The throat is an open sepulture. With their tongue, they have used deceit. The poison of asp is under their lips. You see that? So it says here, with their tongues, they have used deceit. And we'll tell you that in the book of Psalms. It says the wicked is estranged from the womb. They come out speaking lies. I forgot what that is. I think that's Psalms like 58. Yeah, the wicked is estranged from the womb. As soon as they be born, they come out speaking lies. And this man is very deceitful, and he's going to use his deceitfulness to get the masses of the people to get that RFID chip, right? He's going to come out and say how beneficial it is, how it's going to help everything out. And this devil might say he's going to help out climate change, and these people are going to buy it. These people are going to buy it, and these people are going to get it. Esau uses deceit. Right, this man is a deceitful man. That's why the scripture says to never trust him. Yep, there it goes. Psalms 58:3. Thwada, brother. Thwada. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. It's right. Hey, I never forget. And like back in 2018, it was this clip. I believe I believe it was on Twitter. It was either on Twitter or it was on some social media app, and it was this little Edomite child, and she had took a few cookies out the cookie jar, and the parent asked her, and she said, "Who did it?" And she was like, "A black guy did it. A black guy did it." That's what she said, man. She said that a black guy did it. She blamed Jake. she said a black guy. So a black guy came in your home and took the cookies and ate it. You see what I'm saying? Like they're born to be of the devil. You know, people say that racism is taught and whatnot. No. What it is that these Edomites inherit that same hatred that their forefather Esau had, right? Let me go ahead and grab that in Genesis. Let me go ahead and finish this up, and I'm gonna grab this in Revelation 12 that the brother posted. Back to Sirach 12 and 16. It says, "An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if you find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood." That's right. So enemy, he will speak sweetly with his lips, but really in his heart, he's imagining how to destroy you. That's these Edomites. Hey, like man, I was putting my woman hip to this Edomite, because my woman, she worked like this tech job or whatever. On this new job, she had gotten a good job. And the boss, the manager or whatever, which she's a damn homo, they be having meetings and whatnot. And and my woman, she was telling me how the Edomite wants them like to speak up, to speak up if anything goes wrong, or just to basically voice their opinion. And I told my woman to don't fall for that, because they will tell you that, and then once you actually start doing it, they will just fire you. And my woman told me today, she was like, I was right, because she had checked the reviews. Her and other new staff members had checked the reviews from ex employees, and they were saying how they were like try to find a reason to fire you if you try to voice your opinion. And woo. So you see, so this devil will say all these things to your face, but then he will like snake you, and he will snake you afterwards. So that's exactly why you can't trust him. So this is Revelation 12 and 10. "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our power, and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night." Which the accuser of our brethren is dealing with Esau, Edom. That's the accuser. All right, want to accuse our people, and that's what he's doing. All right, you hop on social media, you see nothing but, and look, it could be old clips too, old clips of the tribes, storming these different stores, looting it, and what Esau was saying. And what Esau would say is, you see the trend. All right, and just trying to blame us and trying to blame us for everything. You see what I'm saying? Esau tries to place the blame on everybody else except for him. So now let me go ahead and grab this in Genesis, right? Because I mentioned how the hatred that these Edomites have for us, it actually comes from Cain. Really, it really comes from Cain hating Abel, and then that hatred was born with Esau. Esau was born with that hatred, because Esau is Cain coming back, right? That same spirit, Esau. So they are the same people. So really that hatred, that hatred actually comes from Cain. But this is Genesis. This is Genesis, the 27th chapter. Genesis 27. and in verse 41. It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. See that? Then when I slay my brother Jacob, because Esau was mad, which he was mad at the fact that he got finessed. But really, you sold the birthright unto us. You despise your birthright, right? You were so hungry you couldn't wait it. So he was like, yo, listen, what is this birthright gonna do for me? I'm hungry, I wanna eat right now. And so Esau sold Jacob of the birthright. And Esau, he got mad at Jacob. So that hatred that he has for us goes back to over thousands of years. And in every single last one of his descendants, they have some type of hatred towards us. Even if they try to hide it, even if they try to show it, it's still there. Even if it's not as much as the next Edomite, yet it's still there. And because when we actually look at it, majority of these Edomites, especially these Edomites that are of Spanish, French, British descent, man, they all had us in captivity. A lot of these Edomites coming back. A lot of these Edomites coming back now, man, they done had us in slavery in their past life, right? And so all these devils are going down. We'll go ahead and read it again. Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And that's why Esau has it out for us to this day. Right, that's why you have Esau putting his knees on our necks. Right, you have these different cops shooting Jake, and because that hatred is deeply rooted in them, and they don't even know why, and they don't even know why. That's why we come out here and we explain it to them. Yeah, man, the reason why you hate us because y'all ain't us, and that's really what it is. And you have a lot of Edomites, they be like hating on us, anything we do. Anything we do, man, these Edomites just be hating on us. Hey, right now, a man that's running the bodybuilding game is an Edomite. Hey, but somehow, some way, Esau still tries to find a way to hate on Jake that bodybuilds. Oh yeah, man, his genetics, he got that African genetics, right? Playing basketball, soccer, whatever. Oh man, these blacks just dominate everything. They be hating on us, man. And look, it's not our fault. Hey, look, the Heavenly Father created us to be this way. He created us to be superior. And it's not our fault, man. All right, you hating because you ain't us. Your women want us. Even back in slavery, the Edomite women wanted us. Now, they didn't want a future. They didn't want a future with us, and that's how some of these Edomites are, right? They may not want a future with Jake. They may not want to marry a Jake. But guess what? They want to get pounded down by Jake because they know that their Edomite counterparts ain't gonna do it right for them. And that's how it was during the time of slavery. And these different Edomite women, or they will have a whole husband, man. The husband will be the slave master. But yet the Edomite woman want to sleep with a slave, and this is like, damn, like this is a whole slave. You want to have sex with him, right? Although that's adultery, but that just goes to show, man, that we're just superior. Oh yeah, matter of fact, this is going viral right now. You had this Edomite couple. I'm not too sure if brother seen it. I'm not too sure if bro seen this, but before you have this Edomite couple, and they've been married for like 7 years, I think. And the chick, like, I guess she does porn or whatever. So the dude had married a porn star, but she's like never done, but she's never done sex scene, a sex scene with a man. And guess what, man? The first man that she has a sex scene with is a Jake, and she's married, and she's married to a whole Edomite, and the Edomite gave her permission to do it. Hey, listen, whether he gave her permission or no, she would have had done it anyway. And because that's how these modern day women are. You know, these modern day women are completely disobedient. They're completely out of order, right? You know, they do whatever they want to do. But the first sex scene she does is with the Jake, which lets you know that was all. With that, let you know that was always in her mind to do. Hey man, I get opportunity, man. I'm gonna give me a black man. Give me a black man. It's crazy. Brother posted Deuteronomy 7:6. It says, "For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth." See, that's so we're above all people that are upon the face of the earth. But that's why we're just naturally good at everything, right? Anything that we put our minds to, anything that we do, we're just naturally good at, because that's the blessing that Heavenly Father gave us. Our Yasharallah, he is the Prince of God, right? We are the sons of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and grab this. I believe it's in 2 Samuel 7. Let me see. 2 Samuel. No. It's not 2 Samuel 7. What precept is that? Where it basically reiterates the same thing that Deuteronomy 7:6, but just different. I believe this was when Solomon. I believe this was when Solomon came on the throne. Yeah, I think this is it right here. This is 2 Samuel chapter 7 and I'm gonna start at verse 21. It says, "For thy word's sake, and according to thy own heart, hast thou done all these great things to make thy servant know them. Wherefore thou art great, O Yahweh power, for there is none like thee. Neither is there any power beside thee, according to all that we have heard with our ears. And what one nation is the earth like thy people, even like Israel, whom the Heavenly Father went to redeem for a people to himself, and to make him a name, and to do for you great things, and terrible for thy land, before thy people, which thou redeemest to thee, Egypt, from the nations and their gods." You see that? But the point is, it says, "Wherefore thou art great, O Yahweh, for there is none like thee, neither is there any power beside thee," right? And it says, "And what one nation in the earth is like thy people, even like Israel." You see that? So David's like, yeah, man, what people on earth is like your people, the nation of Israel. We're the best. And these other nations, they're gonna see the full potential of the Israelite in the kingdom. Right? Because, man, right now, you see us, man, we're downtrodden, right? We're not in our glory, we're not in our power. Hey, but all these nations are going to see that, especially when we get changed in the moment, in the twinkling of an eye, right? Now let me grab that in Deuteronomy, the 14th chapter. It's great. It's great to be an Israelite, even in, you know, captivity, because it tells you that in the book of Surah, right? Him that is praised in poverty, how much more in riches. And because we get praised, we go viral, although we're in poverty. So wait till the kingdom of heaven gets established, and the Heavenly Father establishes us, and we're rich. Man, we want to get all the praise. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 2. It says, "For thou art a holy people unto Yahweh thy power, and Yahweh have chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself, above all the nations that are upon the earth. See that, above all the nations that are upon the earth, a peculiar treasure. All right, that's us. Now let me go ahead and grab. All right, that's why nobody should be ashamed in being an Israelite, and that's why a lot of our people shouldn't be ashamed of being a so-called black man, a so-called Hispanic man, or a so-called Native and Seminole Indian man. And because these other nations, because these other nations literally be in awe at us. They like man at the gym. Hey man, these different East Indians be jocked out over Jake, man. Hey, these different East Indians be jocked out over Jake. I mean, I'm telling you. 82 East Indians and it's Edomite. You know, I was in the gym. I was hitting some shoulders last night, and the Edomite was just like, man, bro, like, man, you are strong. I see you over there crushing those 60s for shoulders. I was like, yeah. He was like, man, you strong, man. And then the East Indians, you know, I was looking at their faces when I was pushing the weight, and they just looking at me like, damn. You know why? While they're over there, you know, lifting 25, and I'm lifting up 60s, you know, for shoulders. I'm not bragging or boasting, before. Hey, but that just goes to show that these other nations just be in awe. You know, and then they asked me, was I like Nigerian? I kind of already knew what he was trying to insinuate. Hey man, like, and your genetics is just out of this world, essentially. Yup. And these other nations are gonna be in awe. It's gonna be in awe because of us, man. And look, and we can't wait. That's why we hasten the day so that we can get up out of here. And because I'm trying to see that glory that the Heavenly Father has in store for us. Imagine that, man. Going from hated to being loved. From rags to riches. And Esau is gonna go from riches to rags. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be beautiful, man. Let me go ahead and grab that at Sirach 10. Right, that's exactly why, brothers, man, we gotta labor to enter into that rest continually. Right, man. Let me grab Isaiah 62 real quick. Gotta keep pushing until the Heavenly Father makes Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Isaiah chapter 62 and verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahweh, keep not silent, and give him no rest, till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And that's what we're waiting for. Right? We are waiting for Jerusalem to be a praise in the earth. So that hasn't happened as yet, so we have to keep on pushing. This is Sirach, the 10th chapter, and verse 30. The poor man is honored for his skill, and the rich man is honored for his riches. He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches? And he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty? See that? So he that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches? So once we get all the riches, just imagine all the praise, the exaltation that we're going to be receiving. The Heavenly Father making us a praise in the earth. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, and verse 15. I'm sorry, verse 14. I'm sorry, verse 13. And it says, the glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary. And I will make the place of my feet glorious. And what is the Lord's feet? Jerusalem, right? All right, that's where his throne is at. Verse 14. It says, the sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of Yahweh, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. See that? So all these other nations that despise us, man, they can come and bending down towards us, towards the soles of our feet. And this, to a T, describes the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indian man. Okay? Everybody despises us, man. Everybody hates so-called blacks and Latinos, Native Americans. Everybody hates us. And the most hated, but yet the most copied. Especially Judah. The most hated, but the most copied. All these nations hate us, but yet still they want to be a culture vulture. And then when we point them out for being a culture vulture, they try to say, oh nah, black people didn't invent that. Oh nah, black people ain't the reason why this and this. Just hating. But you know, I had some screenshots of what this Goop woman said on Instagram. You know, I intended to make a video on it, probably tonight, about how she said that African Americans has an influence on all the cultures in the world, essentially. And I said, well, there you go. She just proved Genesis 49. She just proved Genesis 49 that the so-called African American man is from the tribe of Judah. There you go, right there. Then you have some people in the comment section hating. You have some agreeing, then you have some hating. Of course, man, you hate us. Just don't want to admit that niggers are good. Niggas are great. That's all it is. Hey, but the Heavenly Father is gonna force y'all to real soon. So now jumping down to verse 15, it says, "Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated," see that? Whereas we was forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. See that? So because we were hated and despised there, the Heavenly Father is going to make us a joy of excellency. That's what the Heavenly Father is going to do for us real soon. For all the hate that we done experienced over here. So now let me grab this in Zechariah. And boy, oh boy, like I said, man, we can't wait for that. Especially the ruler of the whole entire earth being a dark-skinned man, right? And because you already know you a Jake, and then on top of that, if you dark-skinned especially, oh man, you gonna get all the flack. So watch when all these people see that the ruler of the whole earth is gonna be a very dark-skinned man. Hey, these people ain't gonna have nothing to say, and they're just gonna shut up and bow down. That's all it is. But this is Zechariah, the 8th chapter, and I'm gonna start verse 11. It says, "But now I will not be unto the residue of this people as in the former days, save Yahweh of hosts. For the seed shall be prosperous, the vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase, and the heavens shall give their due. And I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all these things." Verse 13, "And it shall come to pass that as ye were cursed among the heathen," yeah, as we were cursed among the heathen, "O house of Judah and house of Israel," and how we were cursed among the heathen, right? We get called niggas, or when we go to a store, our people just look at us like we don't belong in there, right? Like man, I never forget when me and the brother Shamgar went to men's warehouse after the gym. And bro, everybody was looking at us like we had 10 heads. Even the so-called black woman. And what you already know, man, the black woman is right under Esau. When it comes when they hating Jake. Oh, I never forget when it was me, the elder, and Shamgar in Philly. And we had went to this little burger spot to grab some food. And this corporate black woman was just looking at us, hating. Like she just wanted to kill us. Like, oh man, what you niggas doing here? We're showing you, man, that our women are not on our side. They're the number 2 enemy under Esau, the so-called black woman, right? And I see what's going on with, Keke Palmer. I don't know, brothers seen that, but I had seen that on Twitter. And Keke Palmer, her husband called her out online because of how she was dressed, and she was all dancing with Usher and shit. And Keke Palmer asked, and Keke Palmer's ass was all out. Man, she had like a see-through dress on, and of course, we have in the comment section defending her, the black woman, the so-called black woman. It's screaming insecure for me, and you know, just all types of dumb shit. Just all types of foolishness, and that's why the kingdom of heaven, has to be established, and because our women are severely out of order. Right? They think, all right, man, they take disrespecting the Israelite man lightly, and they get it from Esau, because Esau says that it's all right to do that. But the power is going to be transferred real soon, right back over to us. And our women, they ain't gonna be doing that no more. It's gonna be all bow down or lay down. It's gonna be our way or the highway, and they ain't gonna have nothing to say. Proverbs 29:27. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. That's right, and that's going back to why Esau hates us, and because we're really righteous. So he's in the book of Jeremiah in the 2nd chapter. The Heavenly Father created us to be a righteous and a holy seed. You know what I'm saying? So back to Zechariah 8 and verse 13. It says, and it shall come to pass that as ye were cursed among the heathen, O house of Judah and house of Israel, so will I save you, and ye shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. See that? But now we're going to be a blessing. And because when the righteous on authority, pursuant to Proverbs 29, the people are going to rejoice. So these people are actually going to appreciate us being in power, even when we're whooping their ass for 1,000 years in the kingdom. They're gonna say, look, man, this is way better than being under Esau Edom. And because we have fair, we have just laws, that's gonna be beneficial to everybody. Proverbs 29 and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn. And that's why all these people are in mourning, because the wicked has control over earth. Pursuant to Job 9 and verse 24, right? So when we get into power, the people are going to rejoice. This is Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 10. It says, when it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoiceth. And when the wicked perish, there is shouting. See that? So when it goeth well with the righteous, the city is going to rejoice. So everybody's going to be rejoicing at the fact that we are in power. And just take a look at during the time of King Solomon. Man, everybody was Gucci, right? You had all the different heathens, right? They were all cool with King Solomon. And the reign of King Solomon for 40 years over Israel, that was just a foreshadow of what's going to come in the kingdom, right? That's why through the Spirit, right? You read the book of Isaiah. It calls Yahushua the Prince of Peace. It was no coincidence that Solomon was named Shalamah, and his name means peace. That's a whole foreshadow of Yahushua's reign, because when Yahushua returns, he's going to establish peace on the earth, perpetual peace, right? So what Solomon did, that was just a foreshadowing of what he's going to come back and do forever. But Solomon and Yahushua, they are the same people. All right, whether you can receive that or no, they are indeed the same people coming back. That is the same spirit. So now going back to Zechariah 8 and 14, it says, for thus saith Yahweh of hosts, as I thought to punish you when your fathers provoked me to wrath, saith Yahweh of hosts, and I repented not, so again have I thought in these days to do well unto Jerusalem and to the house of Judah, fear ye not. See that? So the Heavenly Father is going to do well. Is going to do well unto us. Heavenly Father is going to do well unto us. He's going to deck us out, and it's going to be way, man. It's going to be way better than what he did at first. We'll go ahead and grab that in Jeremiah, right? Because this deliverance, pursuant to the book of Jeremiah, this is going to eclipse what the Lord did in Egypt, back in ancient Egypt, which that was phenomenal, right? That was one for the books, clearly. But even this is gonna eclipse that. And we can't even fathom that. Hey, because really we don't even know how ancient Egypt went, which we know by reading it, but we experienced it, but pursuant to Ecclesiastes, the first chapter, there is no remembrance of the former things, right? But the Heavenly Father is going to have it to where we're going to get to see like a hologram of how he delivered us out of ancient Egypt. We're going to see it. Hey, that's me right there. That's you right there, brother. And we're gonna be like, yeah. That was great. But this deliverance, crazy. So this is Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, save Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Yeah, because people still talk about that to this day. And to this day, that's still a debate. Or people still talk about how the Heavenly Father jacked up Egypt. In 2023, that's still talked about, showing you how great of a deliverance that was. Verse 15, but Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, which the land of the north is dealing with America, Babylon the Great, right? And that's why the 12 tribe sign is just fixated upon the Western Hemisphere, because this is where the great deliverance is gonna come from, right? The great deliverance ain't coming from West Africa. The great deliverance is coming from the north part, the north country, which is America, because this is where predominantly all Israel are at, pursuant to Micah 4:10 and pursuant to Jeremiah 50 and verse 33. The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. And the last time we were oppressed together was during the different captivities in the book of Judges. The major one was Egypt, but really, when you read Judges, we went through various different captivities. That's why the Lord had judges set up, right? Samson, different judges. That's why those different judges, Ehud. That's why those different judges saved us out of the hand of our enemies, right? Because we were put in different captivities during the time of Judges, right? So, if that was the last time we were put in captivity together, then what does Jeremiah 15:33 has to be talking about? That's talking about here. That's talking about America, because both Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom are oppressed over here in the Western Hemisphere, going back all the way to the 1400s, up until now, right? So it says again, verse 15, book of Jeremiah chapter 16. But Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. And that land is dealing with the so-called fertile crescent. That's what scholars call it. But the land of Israel, which is being downtrodden, that is being downtrodden by them damn Jews, all right, and them so-called Jews, the Jewish man. But the Heavenly Father's going to have us kick their asses out, and we're going to be on top, and they're going to be serving us, which they are Amalek, according to the scriptures, because it tells you in Numbers 24 how Amalek was the chief, how Amalek is the chief of the nations. Now, when you go into that word chief, it basically means like superior and like on the top nation, essentially. the top nation. And Amalek, within of the nation Edom, is the top, because they're the ones that owns the banks, they're the ones that own the school and the schooling system. They're the ones that control everything, right? Hey, but and the Heavenly Father is going to have it to where we're going to straight devour their ass. Let me go ahead and grab that in numbers. And quiet as it's kept, they had a major part in the slave trade as well, right? They try to deny that and whatnot, but I remember I had made a video on that, right? They actually took part in the slave trade. They had slaves, and so that's why it tells you in the book of Exodus 17 that the Heavenly Father will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. So this is an ongoing war between us and Amalek. So this is Numbers chapter 24 and verse 17. It says, I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter out of Israel, who is this Lord Yahushua, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Seth. Verse 18, and Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do violently. Verse 19, out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. Verse 20, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. See that? And his latter end shall be that he perish forever. And Amalek will perish forever. Right? And so Yahweh Tazah, you brothers and sisters were edified. All praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Gawaf Lababal, Ahaba Thumb, Shalawams, stay strong, Shalawam. Got a brother Yaslah, Shalawam,